What's up guys, I'm Newbie Dave and welcome to the Weekend Update. Let's get started. What is up guys? Last time we built this awesome new home for our armorer. I kept calling him an armor smith last time and it wasn't until I was done recording that I realized he's not an armor smith, he's an armorer. Whatever, I'm calling him an armor smith. Armor doesn't make sense. Armor smith. And our weaponsmith, which we are conveniently calling our blacksmiths because, I mean, let's face it, they're blacksmiths. They make armor, they make weapons, they're blacksmiths. And this was a wonderful build. I really loved working on it. I loved the way that it came out. One thing that I forgot about while working on it and came back and fixed a little bit throughout the week. Whenever I get builds like this from YouTube, from other content creators, a lot of times they play in creative mode and they don't care about spawns, but I care very much about spawns. And so it occurred to me that there were a lot of places up on the roof where I could get spawns because there's just big flat blocks with no lighting. So any of the solid blocks, I just threw a stone button on top of those. The stairs are okay. Here we should be okay with the campfire that's down there making the smoke. That should be enough lighting. Threw in a couple of lanterns here or there. There's a lantern right down there. And so I just threw in some lighting and some buttons and stuff to try to block spawns from happening on the roof up here, because that would not be good. But as I said last time, I had a few more things that I wanted to do with this build and just didn't really have time to do it during the actual weekday. There we go. The weekday episode. So we're going to do that today. My armorer, my armor smith, I don't actually want him in here. It's a little bit too crowded in here. This is kind of the weaponsmith's work area. And so I actually want to move him outside, but I still want to keep him contained. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build like a little, I don't know, work area. It's not really a patio because this is the patio, but it's, I don't know, it's an outdoor working area. And unfortunately, we've got another tree in the way. So I'm going to tear this thing down. I'm just going to let the leaves decay. I'm not going to spend the time actually like chopping down the leaves. But yeah, I want to do a little, I'm going to fence this thing in. And this is going to be where the armorer is going to work. And let me make sure this is going to be big enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not going to be big enough. I'm going to need more space than this. You may be thinking, well, holy cow, how far out is this thing going to stick? Because this is like cutting off your walk area. Well, what's going to happen is I'm going to end up having to create a path that kind of loops around. What I may do, I may turn this into like a little pond or something. And maybe I'll have the path here just kind of come up to the fence and then it will go around the fence and then it'll come back around this way. And I think that'll actually look really good. Rather than just having like this one straight road that goes straight down the base, having it kind of snake in and out of buildings, I think it's going to look really nice. Now I have to be kind of careful about where this fence goes, because like if I just put it right here, well, you can actually get up on that block and get around the fence. And so that would not be good for keeping things contained. But I don't want it coming all the way out here. What I think I'll do, maybe I'll do like this and have it go back in a little ways. Yeah, I'm liking that. So we'll do that. And then of course we will need a fence gate in here. A fence gate in here. So this will be how we get in and out. And then I'm thinking for the ground, rather than replacing it all with grass, because this is going to be where the armor smith comes down and works, and he's going to be like banging out armor and working a lot and dropping things. It's going to be kind of torn up. So I think what I want to do is actually a combination of dirt, coarse dirt. I'm going to throw in some gravel and a little bit of cobblestone. So let me kind of dig this thing up and kind of clean it up and get the ground in that I'm thinking of. There we go, something kind of like that. So this looks like a beaten, worn out area, and it's gonna look more appropriate once we actually get this guy's forge built. So we've got a little furnace kind of fireplace in here for the weaponsmith. I want to do something similar out here for the armor. And what I think I want to do is I'm gonna go. Let me see. Let me do 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do some stone brick stairs around this thing, kind of like that. And then I will do solid bricks right there and there. Alright, so we've got something kind of like this so far. So we've got like this little T shape in the front. And we've got stairs along the bottom. just regular bricks in the back. I think I'm going to do a stair there. We'll do a stair right there. And then just regular bricks in the back. And we're keeping a little hole right behind this one. And that'll make sense in just a little bit. So temporarily, I'm going to go ahead and put a few more blocks on top of this, because right now you can get up here, and if you get up here, then you can get over the fence, and I don't want my my villagers getting up over the fence. But I do want to actually move the blast furnace out to the little furnace that we're building now. So here's what's going to happen. So we're going to do lava, 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 just like that. Now our blast furnace is going to go right there. And I guess we didn't need the empty space behind it. I forgot that the blast furnace would add a block. So we'll put a block there. Then we're going to put netherrack behind that. And then we're going to light that sucker. So check that out. That just looks amazing. I love it. Now, you can see our armor, he's already rebound to the blast furnace. He wants to get over there to work. Villagers, fortunately, are smart enough to not walk into lava or through flames. So he's not actually going to be able to reach it. So we do need to kind of break out this block right here. This way the villager can get to the blast furnace. He'll be safe. He won't try to get around the lava or anything. And that'll give him a place to work. So now we're going to finish this thing up. We'll put some stairs there and there. And like I said, we're going to leave an opening on this side for the villager to get to it. I think I want to do some slabs. So let's see. Let's try putting slab there and slab there. Yeah, that looks good. And some of these I'm just going to break out and replace with cracked stone bricks so that it looks really nice. Again, I want it to look worn. I want it to look used. Actually, I think I'm going to lower the slab on the front there. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Yeah, let's do that. So now let's try to get up here on top. And on top of this, we're just gonna kind of build up like a little chimney. So maybe we replace this slab with a stair. We're also gonna do some stairs on the side here. And I think I'm gonna turn this so it goes in like that. Let's take a step down and see how this is looking. Looking good. And then the rest of this, I think we're just going to go straight up with some stone bricks like this. And I don't want to get too crazy with it. I don't want to go up too high. I think that's good. Let's see, on the very top of this, we're going to put a campfire. And then we'll surround it with spruce trap doors that are up. And there we go. There's our outdoor furnace for the armorer. I think this looks a little bit wide. I think it's these blocks on the side. I'm going to remove those. Yeah, that's a lot better, because really this part is the furnace and everything around it is just kind of the foundation. And oh, I love that. That looks so amazing. Let's take a step back. Yeah. Now, if you don't like the spruce trap doors on top, then you don't have to do the campfire. I just did that so we could have the campfire to get the smoke without seeing, a campfire sitting on top. And you may be wondering, is the netherrack going to burn any of this wood? And the answer is it shouldn't. It should be far enough away, and there's like bricks in between it. Like, I've done this before and I never had anything burn. You don't want to do this inside. You don't want to do that in here. Like, skip the burning netherrack in here, because this may end up catching something on fire. But outside here, it shouldn't be a problem. If you come back in a couple days and you see like the front half of this building is burned down, then you'll know it doesn't work. And with that, we can now let our villagers out here. We'll get rid of this temporary gate that we put up. And now he can get out, he can reach his workstation. He shouldn't be able to get over this fence. So I think he's safe and secure there. Like, a player could get up here and jump over, but villagers don't jump. So I think he's good. Now, the other thing that I want to do with this build, I want to put a little garden out front. I think it'd be nice to have a little garden right here and bring some color to it, kind of frame the entryway. So let me dig up some of this gravel and stone. There we go. That looks a lot better. Now I'm going to take some of my cobblestone and I'm going to create a couple of slabs. And we're going to use these slabs to kind of frame the garden area. So what we're going to do is we'll come out like this. I think I actually want to go a little bit further. We'll do like this. Yeah. And then kind of over. and then back like that. I think that'll be good. Actually, that sticks out way too far. What was I thinking? No. Alright, here's what we've got instead. I think that's a lot better. Now, over here in this blue box, I've got a couple of organic type stuff. I've got some leaves, got a couple of different flowers. I've got some bone meal so that we can get more of these flowers. Because some of these, like, this is all I've got. So let me come over here. I'm going to bone meal some of these so I don't use up the last of my flowers. And these little dandelions, you know, I'm never going to run out of dandelions. If you just bone meal grass, you get dandelions. Now we're just going to start throwing in some flowers. I want to do the big ones in the back, so maybe we'll do a couple of flowers there. We'll throw in a couple of these guys, like so. We'll just do a couple of random bushes here and there. I wish I had some rose bushes. I don't have any rose bushes on me. So we'll throw in a couple of tulips. You want the taller flowers in the back and then smaller flowers as you go up. You know, not everything in here has to be a flower either. Maybe we just put some regular grass in there as well. So yeah, something kind of like that. I like it. I'll throw one more back there. And then for our entryway here, I'm going to create a little path that leads to our gate. And then I'm going to frame this with some bushes. Maybe that's too many. Yeah, we'll just do that. Let's do something about this lighting. Because there were torches, there used to be torches on the ground here, and we removed those. We need to add some lighting back to this place. I think I'm going to start by just putting kind of a street light sort of deal right here. So this is just going to hang out and over. Yeah. And maybe we'll do something similar on the house, like right here. Good news, in a rare twist of events, a wandering trader spawned and actually had something kind of useful. He was selling roses, and so I was able to buy a couple roses to put into the garden, just to add a little bit more variety to the tall plants. Okay, one last piece of detailing, and I think I'll be ready to call this build done. I want to come up here and let me actually try to get up on top of this fence. I'm going to come up and 2 blocks above the piece of spruce that has the button sticking out, I'm going to put a fence gate, and then off the side of that we'll do a regular fence, and make sure you crouch, otherwise you're just going to open and close that. And then below that we will do a chain, and below that a spruce wood. I don't think I've used any type of wood block in this entire series. But I think it's going to be good for this particular decoration, because wood, it just has bark on all sides. There's no open sides. And then on each side of this, we're going to put an item frame, and then in that item frame, we'll put an anvil. And that's just to say, hey, this is the blacksmith shop. And if we're going to put an anvil in the item frame, I think we probably need to have an anvil in here somewhere. So let's see. I think now that our armor smith is working outside, I think I'm going to move these item frames with the armor on them outside as well. And that will free up some space over here, and I think this is probably a good spot for the anvil now. So let's take a step back and admire this thing. This looks amazing. I love this so much. This may be one of my new favorite builds. It just, wow. Yeah, I like it. In between episodes, I'm going to come in and kind of clean up the path around this thing. I already started to kind of bring the path around on this side. I'm going to continue that. I think I'm going to have to move some of this stuff back, maybe dig this hill out a little bit more. So I'll do some cleanup work in between episodes, but yeah, I think we're done. So that's going to wrap it up for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If so, please hit that like button. And while you're down there, please subscribe so you'll get notified of future episodes as they come out. Thanks y'all, and have a great day.